After years of debates, Congressman John Katko hopes people move on once a replacement for the I-81 viaduct is chosen.
As momentum moves toward a grid of streets, Congressman Katko tells News Channel 9's Andrew Donovan it's time to get to work, but won't take a side.
Congressman John Katko has never taken a side on whether to replace I-81 with a grid of streets or keep high-speed traffic on the same path.
I think it's at some point you just gotta make a decision and move on it, and I think we're coming close to that.
Close, but not a done deal. Katko feels the DOT should consider what town supervisors pitched yesterday, what they call an iconic bridge running in the same path as the current viaduct, but similar to what's been already mostly ruled out.
Is it realistic to add more options, or isn't it time to just do something? And the state seems like they've favored the grid, and that's what's going to happen.
It's clear that they favor the grid, and it's clear that the grid in some iteration is going to happen. But if they can tweak the grid to make it more palatable for others, great. And if that doesn't work, we're going to, whatever the community gets behind, I'm going to make sure it's the most successful project we can possibly make it.
State engineers claim they'll evolve the design based on worries of people in the suburbs, but haven't been willing to share the details. The latest draft of the plan is under review by the Federal Highway Administration before it goes public.
That's when the real rubber hits the road, because then there's a finite amount of time for community comments. And during then the Federal Highway Administration takes those comments into consideration. And they might be the ultimate arbiter of this, and probably going to be. They're going to say, look, this sounds great, this doesn't, here's what it is, here's your record of decision, start the shovels in the ground. And I think that we're getting fast approaching that. I'm excited. I think it's going to be great no matter what happens.
In writing, Congressman Katko has formally invited Secretary of Transportation Pete Buttigieg to tour the I-81 project site here in Syracuse. I reached out to the federal DOT if the secretary will take him up on that offer, but I have not heard back. In downtown Syracuse, Andrew Donovan, News Channel 9.